I feel very tired this morning, probably because yesterday was a very tiring day. On top of it, woke up far earlier than necessary. Have to say hi to you. It's just not the same as I did that one time with that line of dialogue. The timing was off. You know what? Let's save here. I said let's save here. And I will check the walkthrough. I'm saving here just in case I end up skipping through a Hanako scene again. So a moment while I check the walkthrough. Yep, next choice. Wait. About 10 minutes into class, Hanako walks in and takes a seat, but no one looks at her. The teacher doesn't even comment on her lateness. He does, however, stop us to say that we're going to break into groups again. I turn my head and see that Shizune are looking at me, Shizune. As well as Equifax is missing. This is the smile that says, we have you now. There is no escape. Chan, it looks like we're together again. Yay, yay. Yay, 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 yay. Misha leans sideways while Shizune pushes her desk close to mine. There really is no escape now unless I were to jump through the window. Jump back out the window isn't the best option, exactly.
Skip, but like a slower pace till Hanako appears in the dialogue somehow.
Wait, there is. While I'm reading, I let my eyes wander around the room and catch Hanako trying her hand at solving the problems. Looks like she is working alone. I can't remember seeing her working with other people before. Thinking back to how shy she is understandable. Hey, that girl over there.
Huh? Who, He-chan?
Her, Hanako over there. Does she always work alone?
I think so, He-chan. Do you feel sorry for her because she's alone?
I was just thinking that maybe she could work with us or something.
No, I don't think that would be a good idea, He-chan.
Why not?
C-chan wouldn't get along with her.
Why? Misha shuffles around the question, letting out a laugh that sounds very strange. It's nervous, but still has that lifting up and down quality present in everything she says.
Just because, He-chan.
By now, Shizune has noticed our conversation, and it makes me realize again how Misha has been signing everything she has been saying this whole time.
What, Shi-chan? The friend of my enemy is my enemy? That sounds so harsh. I'm not going to say that.
You said it anyway.
I know, He-chan. It's fine if you overhear.
I wonder if this is Misha's way of keeping things fair, since without her I wouldn't be able to understand a thing Shizune is saying, and vice versa. Is this also why she signs all the time, so there's never a conversation Shizune will be left out of?
Anyway, we should start on the problems now, He-chan.
We finished with time to spare, and I decided to ask if there are any alternatives to the cafeteria, as frankly the food so far has been subpar. This sends Shizune and Misha arguing among themselves about their favorite restaurants. All of them are downtown, so I don't think we have time to go all the way there. And what about the bill? But it's always the Shanghai. I mean, what are all the other restaurants then? Are they arguing just for the fun of it? Maybe they seem so distracted by it that they don't even notice the start of the actual lunch break. Look over my shoulder towards the back of the classroom. She seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. It's an odd sight, everything else in the class is busy themselves with a lunch break. Socializing, gossiping, rearranging desks, the ones with actual box lunches mixed in and chattering like everyone else, only interrupted by short bouts of eating. But when I watch Hanako, it feels that I'm the only one who can see her, almost as if she was invisible, sort of hiding in plain sight. Is she being bullied? Is she isolating herself from the rest of the class on her own accord? You know, I remember finding Hanako's character kind of relatable. Like, for example, when I'm like out in public, I feel like I just become a statue. It's like I am like trying to be invisible while being in plain sight as well. I kind of relate to that because social anxiety shit. I see her look over her shoulder towards the classroom, the rear door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I've started watching her. I guess she's waiting for someone. What to do? Well, we've done everything except talk to her. We've read a book, which is a neutral choice, apparently. And if you wait for Shizune and Misha, that's obviously to do with Shizune's route. But we're doing Hanako's route, so we will talk to her for the first time since, well, does the conversation they had at the library even count as a real conversation? So this will actually be the first time that you will, well, at least second time I suppose, try to talk to Hanako. I still feel bad for making her run away yesterday, so I better say something. Hey there, Hanako.
Hey, Sao.
Well, at least she remembers my name. Hey, I just want to apologize for yesterday. I didn't mean to stall you or anything. I'm just new here and thought I should get to know my classmates. As Hanako looks at me, I notice her crying once more. Hey, I just noticed she's got like a blush and smile going on there. It's a little bewildering that you can barely notice it from across the room, but it's so noticeable from close up.
That's okay. It was my fault.
That wasn't anyone's fault, it's just kind of happened. So, you waiting for someone? I saw you looking at the door before.
Yes, Lilly.
Oh, you mean Lilly the blind girl? Hanako only nods in response, and I can't help but wonder if defining people through their disabilities is the first part of the worst kind, or just normal. I guess that explains why Lilly took off after her yesterday. She seems like a nice girl, you two friends.
Yes.
As if hoping for Lilly to appear, she checks over her shoulder again. I'm thinking I'm making her nervous again. I hope I'm not disturbing you right now.
No, that's not it. It's just easier for Lilly doesn't come here.
Oh, because it's hard to get around the classroom?
Not really.
Hanako's gaze drifts past my shoulder and towards Shizune. Shizune? Hanako nods again. What about her? Don't they get along? Oh, so this would actually, in a way, like, if Hanako's route, this would, like, give you insight onto the tension between those two. They don't get along because, like, I mean, they kind of, like, hinted at it with, you know, that scene where Misha was, like, friend of her enemy is her enemy and stuff like that, but, well, I suppose it kind of make it obvious that it's Lilly then, wouldn't it? Hanako shakes her head. Clearly, this is something she doesn't want to talk about. It does make a strange sort of sense, Shizune and Lilly not getting along so well. Communication between the two would be all but impossible. It's hard enough talking to Shizune through Misha, even when you can see whose hands are talking. Hanako is so focused on Shizune that I'm the first to notice Lilly at the door. Oh, she's here now. Hanako spins around to confirm this. Upon seeing Lilly, she moves quickly to the door.
Lilly. Hanako, good morning. Is the president here? Yes.
Hanako glances over her shoulders at Shizune again, as if to confirm she can't hear them, even though that's impossible.
I suppose we'd best be off then.
Lilly's silent tone of what seems like frustration makes me raise an eyebrow. I guess there's some kind of humility between the two. It's intriguing, but that's not really something I'd ask about. I'm sure they wanted me to know, then they would tell me. It's only my third day here. I should be trying to make friends, not finding out why people are enemies. Still, it's a little funny to find out that the school has little feuds, just like my old high school. Even if people are more tolerant of others, they're still going to get on each other's nerves. Hey, Lilly, how are things? Sorry I made you run off yesterday.
Oh my, is that Sao? I didn't realize you were here.
Seems that Lilly's a little embarrassed about being so frank in front of me.
Sorry, Lilly, I thought you realized. No, it's all right, Hanako. Sao, please don't worry about yesterday. It was just a misunderstanding.
If you say so, I'm still working this place out.
Well, then I think you'll find most people here a lot more forgiving than elsewhere. If you're feeling a little confused, please don't be afraid to ask questions.
Sure, I'll remember that.
Lilly.
Lilly gives a small nod of acknowledgement.
I'm sorry, Sao, but we must be off.
Hanako really doesn't look all that comfortable here right now, and Lilly still seems a little embarrassed. I wonder if my apologies really made any impact. Mind if I accompany you too? I know I'm kind of pushing it, but Lilly, is quietly still smiling.
I'm sure that we could accommodate you, can't we, Hanako?
She looks at Lilly, then at me, and then she freezes, wide-eyed.
Sure. Well then, shall we go?
I'm sure Lilly wouldn't do this so easily if she saw how scared Hanako looks, but it can't be helped now. Then climbing after the deal is sealed would only cause confusion and problems. So we leave, all three together. Lilly walks beside the wall, letting her cane gently tap against it, even now and then. Every now and then, I mean. Hanako comes along right beside her, so close that she is practically half-hugging her as they go. Although it must make her walk in that much honor, Lilly takes it in stride. As we turn around the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a steam train. Oh, so is it gonna be like aisle away while he leaves the room with Shizune and Misha, or Lilly and Hanako, and he's gonna crash onto the scene regardless? Hanako shrieks a little and my vision briefly goes black. Ouch! Opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes looking up at me. They belong to the perpetrator, a short girl who bumped into me and has now fallen down onto the hallway floor. She wears a PE uniform and a very worried frown. The former strikes me as a rather strange thing to have on during a lunch break. More striking than that, though, is that she doesn't have legs. Well, she does, but they're not flesh and bone. Her pale and very much flesh and bone thighs and shins and feet made of some black metallic or plastic-like material. They look deservedly artificial and unnatural. It always makes me forget that my chest is hurting. The girl winces a little, rubs her nose, and jumps up.
Oh man, hey, are you alright? I'm sorry about that, really. I wasn't looking where I was going and you just came out of nowhere. Sorry.
Looking really apologetic in the hurt puppy way of looking apologetic. I quickly forget about being angry or anything, since hurt puppies are my weak spots. It's okay, don't worry about it. I say that, but there is a stinging pain growing in my chest, and I know that this is about the biggest possible danger for my condition. Don't overexert yourself, don't forget your medication, and most of all, don't get hit in the chest. I try to rub my solar plexus to chase the pain away, holding my breath in an attempt to hear my heartbeat. It seems normal.
Hey, should I get a nurse?
The worried high-pitched...
Should I get a nurse?
The worried high-pitched voice of the girl snaps me out of it. I stare at her for a few seconds dumbfounded until I realized I probably looked worse off than I really was. Doubled over myself and looking all tense. Damn, I'm overly worried about my heart. No need, I'm fine. I should have said something in response. I pulled myself upright, feeling my sore ribs one last time and take a deep breath. She just knocked the wind out of me big time, but it's nothing more than that.
You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard.
It's okay, I was fine. Nothing's broken, no harm done.
That's good, I was... So, what happened?
She's not quite up to speed for obvious reasons, but she sounds very worried. Not the way I voiced her, sounded like she always does when I voice act her. More than the situation deserves, really. Someone just bumped into me. Nothing serious, just winded.
Sorry, it's my fault. I was just going to get some stuff and I was kind of in a hurry. That someone here is Emmy, isn't it?
The little girl coughs quietly and shovels a plastic or metallic feet, looking down at them before saying anything.
Hi, Lilly, Hanako.
I guess the girls know each other.
Do please try to be more careful. You might be sturdy enough to endure those sorts of accidents, but there are people who aren't.
The girl blushes and starts to fidget nervously like a little child caught misbehaving. So cute, I find myself smiling.
I know that I was just... I gotta go. Teacher will have my head. I promised to help with printouts, but I went running instead. Sorry, but I've got to change it and everything.
Before any of us can say anything, Emmy has already bolted away, leaving the hallway eerily quiet. I'm not learning a damn thing about, not running in the damn hall! Does that kind of thing happen often around here?
There are more rules in Yamaku than usual for running in corridors. But that rarely stops Emmy, it seems.
She shakes her head weakly and offers a slight composed smile.
I don't think there's anything we can do to stop her, I'm afraid. Shall we be off then?
Not nearly as strict on her as Shizune was then. Lilly heads off along the hallway and Hanako hurries after her. Route to the room the two use for tea is fairly simple to retrace, being still fresh in my mind from yesterday. Lilly and Hanako quickly go around the business of making lunch. Before I can even up my small bag of food, Lily's busying herself with her thermos and tea bags as Hanako is setting out both their lunch boxes. So, is this what you meant by coming here on this every day?
Yes, Hanako and I usually have lunch here. It suits both of us, so we ended up using this room regularly.
After seeing Hanako's reactions to me over the past couple of days, I can understand why this is a boom. That and Lilly being able to get some quiet away from her class as well. I take my seat last after Lily's poured the tea for us and sits down. The more time I spend with these two girls, the more I think they're a perfect foil to Misha and Suzune. It's like they're completely different. Every character, all four of them, are completely different characters. And just like, isn't that face adorable? Even without a voice, Shizune is direct and brash, and Misha seems to get along with everyone. On the other hand, Lily is soft-spoken and relaxed, while Hanako seems to be the shyest girl I've ever met.
So how are you faring in Yamato South? You seemed a bit flustered before.
Apart from getting lost every now and again, and a bit crash-tackled outside my classroom, fine, I guess.
You looked pretty hurt before. You really okay?
For a brief moment I considered telling Hanako and Lily about my condition, but then I held it back, not really knowing what kind of voice to give Hanako. I can't tell why, but for some reason I feel uncomfortable talking about it to these relative strangers, even if they have been pretty friendly. Yes, Nokono is a bit startled. Judging from the two girls' expressions, I don't think that they're buying it. But then what I assume is their way of respecting my privacy, they don't press the matter. I guess this is one of the unwritten rules around here. Don't ask. Even if people's conditions are obvious, like Hanako's, there's still bound to be a story involved. Doesn't that seem like a bit of a contradiction? Didn't, like, Lily say, like, best thing is to ask? Don't be shy to ask questions or something? It's just like, oh, but this unwritten rule is don't ask about the conditions. Well, I guess Rin didn't get the memo on that one, though, did she? Everyone has things that they don't feel comfortable speaking about, and I think everyone here recognizes that. So, how long have you been in the school? You both seem to know your way around pretty well.
Well, I've been here since the start of high school, but only moved into the dormitories a year ago. Hanako joined at the start of high school as well, and moved to the dormitories when she did, if memory serves me right. That's right, since high school.
So you've known each other since then?
Since I moved, yes. Hanako lives next door to me, so it's only natural, right? Right.
Yeah, of course. Living next to someone is probably reason enough to befriend them, though I'm guessing that Lily's blindness played a part in it as well. It's kind of like with Rina and Emmy then, isn't it? They kind of just help each other, and like Shizune and Misha, maybe they're also dorm mates as well, like next to each other. I can't imagine Hanako easily making friends with someone who had to deliberately avoid looking at her scars. With the mid-conversation dried up, we start to eat our lunch. Nom 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 nom. It isn't long before the bells are signaling the end of the break. Wait, what did they have for lunch? I mean, they mentioned the tea, but what else do they have? Is it like the stereotypical kind of British, like tea and biscuits, everyone? I don't know what. Well, I suppose there are people here in the UK that are kind of like fit the stereotype of that with the tea and biscuits. But it seems like a lot of people tend to also be more coffee than anything else, and I'm neither. It's just like tea, coffee. I don't mind like having it occasionally, but well, kind of rare, really. I usually just stick to stuff like Pepsi or Diet Coke or whatever, you know, stuff like that. It isn't long before the bells are signaling the end of the break. Like me, the girls pack up their lunches as efficiently as they set them out. And you know, with tea and biscuits, I mean, it's nice and all to have tea and biscuits, but it feels like the tea becomes like, you know, like a side kind of dish in a way, sort of. Because you dip the biscuits in, and then when you drink, it's just like, it's got bits of the biscuits stuck at the bottom of the freaking cup as a result, you know? So it ends up just being like, dip the biscuits, dip the biscuits, dip the biscuits, and forget that you've got tea to actually drink, you know? At least in my case.
I guess I'd better be off. What are you going to go with Sao, Hanako?
Hanako looks up at me, and for a second I can see that she's considering skipping class, maybe just to avoid walking to the classroom with me.
Yes. I don't know what to think of it. Hanako really is delicate to the point of breaking if looked at in the wrong way. Makes me a bit nervous too, but I push the feeling aside, trying to be as natural as I can. We should hurry then. Class already started by the sound of it. Lilly gives the nod of farewell as she bends down to take her cane. Hanako and I are filing out before her. We walk quietly down the empty halls to our respective classes. As we reach the door to Lily's 3-2 classroom, she turns towards me. Miss Al, thank you for sharing lunch with us today. My pleasure, Lily. And with that, we part ways, Lilly entering her classroom and leaving Hanako and I to make off to our own. She is still looking like she wants to run away. So, do you really want to go back to class now? Yes. Okay then. I feel like I should say something more to her, but it's hard to come up with anything that would be appropriate and safe enough. And Lily was right. The more time we spend out here, the more explaining we have to do. I opened the rear door to the class and walk in. The teacher looks up at me and opens his mouth to say something. However, as Hanako follows me in and closes the door, he simply nods to us and continues his lecture. So the third time that Hanako has had her truancy practically ignored, there's definitely something going on here. So I suppose he's aware of, well, obviously he'd be aware of that, so he's just like, you know, don't, like, ask her questions because she's, like, shy on a ridiculous scale that just, I don't know. We make our way to our seats and I notice that Misha and Suzune are both missing as well. I wonder if it's some form of informal agreement with the staff, or if it's a perk afforded to the unique students of the school. Trying to make as little disturbance as I can, I extract the relevant textbooks from my bag and start catching up. Class goes on quietly. It just seems like an okay person despite the weird first impression I got, and the material is relatively interesting. However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. It's as if he expects that everyone is a natural genius. In science! When the final bell sounds, I realize there is still a lot of time in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do. It's odd that the hospital I had 24 hours a day of free time, but sure filling the considerably shorter hours feels difficult. Everyone else leaves and I'm left alone with the teacher. Vito is examining the assignment sheets I was working on earlier, making them with a red ball pen. Raising his eyes from his papers briefly, he notices me and furrows his brow. What is it, Nakai? We already know what he's going to say, and we're probably going to skip through the whole thing anyway, because it's, like, to do with, Rin, mostly, isn't it? But, I think we'll call it recording there, and I shall see you next time, viewers. See you next time.